Are live.
Yes, indeed.
Welcome to the show. All right, and here we are, ready to give you a great podcast.
I am not sure why you sound like a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic. See, here we are, ready to start the show. Oh dear God, you sound like you sound like Barney the dinosaur if he was on a watch list.
So how you feeling today? Tired? Podcast?
Oh man,
weighing on you? Obligations and shit?
It's the weight of the world on the shoulders, my friend.
It's rough out here. So yeah, so how you feeling? How was your week?
It was
good
week. It was. Let's see. We got bombarded with snow. So that was fun.
Jersey.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
But we here. We live. It's all good.
It's a fact. You like this screen better, or you like this screen better?
That screen is better. I was disoriented for a hot second. Yes.
This one? Okay.
Yes.
You don't like the close-ups?
Nope.
Okay. How do I put a background? Let's put a little background there, right? Oh, no. Hold on.
Oh, no.
We'll do the plain white background. I think that works for everybody. How's my mic values? My mic is good. Let me cut it up just a little bit. Cut my gain up just a little bit.
Yeah, let me play with my high-class settings.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There we go.
These are humble settings. So, yeah, so I am Rex. I go by Rex. Name is Steven. I am your host for today. This is the Uncringed podcast, and I am with...
your boy Denzel, a.k.a. Denzel.
Okay. And he is a comedian / what else do you do?
Comedian, video producer, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
For adding random shit to the list now.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Arms trafficking.
Okay. Okay, Killmonger. What the fuck? All right. And I am aspiring game developer, aspiring human being.
Inspiring
philanthropist.
I thought you said aspiring human being. I'm about to say, okay, Pinocchio.
I did. You know what I'm saying? And we're here today. Let's get started. We had some interesting topics for you in the video game world, such as Bunny Lego Star Wars is coming out.
It's a Bunny excited? Lego Star Wars.
I don't know. I just put Bunny. They're all.
Why did you put Bunny?
I'm just saying, it's a little baby game that you're excited for.
Listen, all right.
I can't talk. I'm like Pokemon. It dropped.
That's a whole fact. True, but yes, Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga is coming out.
Really?
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. It actually looks pretty dope. You know, for a Lego game, you know, as a what's it called? Shoot, I lost my train of thought just thinking about
it. Sorry, hold on. Let me pull up a tab here.
Yeah, pull up your tab.
What game did you say was coming up?
It is Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Lego Star Wars. Well, I'm not really excited about that game. I don't know if I should pull that up, but I guess
you definitely could.
I'm not.
Take a look. I don't think it's actually pretty dope.
I don't think that's why people come to this podcast. They come here for that. I'm just saying. This game don't look too good. Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
Shoot. Wait. Yeah, I can.
Is it loud?
No, actually, I can't hear it at all.
Loud?
I can't hear it at all.
Oh, don't worry about it. I think what happens is if my system audio is not on, it doesn't work. Anyway, we're a new podcast. We'll figure that out. But the system
Yeah.
audio I need to have on, but the fucked up part is that it echoes you if I turn the system audio on. Isn't that weird as hell? So
It kind of is.
let me see. Hold on. Okay, all right. So outside of that, in games, what can we discuss? We were talking about the big fucking news in the room, which is Sony bought fucking Bungie.
Which is insane.
What do you think about that?
First and foremost, I called it.
He did. We said Square. We said Square at first, but yes, essentially yes, he did call this.
Listen, all right.
Sony buys Bungie for $3.6 million. Destiny Studio will remain multi-platinum, able to self-publish and reach players wherever they choose. This is from GameIndustry.biz that I read that headline from.
Cool. So you know it's official.
Yeah, I've never heard of that website. Let me go to Kotaku, everyone's favorite place, right?
Oh yes, they are indeed credible.
This is disrespectful. Sony buys makers of Destiny 2.
Dang, that's what they're known for. I could have sworn it was some indie franchise that they worked on with this green guy.
Right. Called Leader Warrior or some shit.
Leader Sergeant.
Leader Sergeant, yeah. Leader Sergeant.
He had to find a ring and probably go through it.
I don't know why the fuck they would call it that, but here it is.
Lord.
What do you think this means for the industry? Because I definitely have some interesting insights, if I'm being honest with you.
Same. I think, from my point of view, this kind of is a bit of a shift in how console wars are decided at this point. Like before,
it's a business war now.
Exactly. Like before, it was you either got blast processing or you don't.
Right.
When you go back to like Sega Genesis versus Super Nintendo, but now it's which studio can buy the most crap and pump out the most games with the studios they keep buying off of each other. Now, while each of them keep on saying that they're going to stay multi-platform, I don't know. I haven't seen Insomniac make anything for anybody else in the history of mankind ever.
I mean, the Allied powers and the Axis powers didn't plan on fighting in the beginning anyway.
That's a whole fact. And then there's Nintendo.
We got our guns, but y'all cool over there. And next thing you know, somebody's head fucking blown off.
Just.
So I don't know. I really think that this actually could be the first time we see like kind of a dent in Nintendo.
The first time?
Yeah. Because, all right, so this is my hot take. And this is kind of taking it away from the business side of it and the game side of it. My hot take is Nintendo has been running the fucking game industry for the past couple of years, right? Ever since the DS. They were touchable before the DS. Before the DS, you could say Nintendo was corny. You could say whatever the fuck you wanted to say before the Nintendo DS. But when the DS came out, they printed so much money they could wipe their ass with it. And they didn't need to play your game. They didn't need to have your two-party game on their console. They didn't need any of that. They just did what they wanted to do. They released a Mario when they feel like it. They release this when they feel like it. And they make their money and they have their fans. Now, the other two companies who frankly exist off of third-party games, very rarely do you get a first-party game from these companies, and they're usually system sellers. I'll give them that. But they're not prolific with the shit. Now, they're building the tools to kind of compete with first-party titles. So, like, if I'm buying a Nintendo Switch before, I'm still buying a Nintendo Switch, but I think now you have more of a reason to pick a team and kind of ride for your team. Before, it was like Xbox or Sony, and I like Nintendo, yes or no. It's like a checkbox. Do you like Nintendo, yes or no? Now, it's which one do you like more of the three once they start churning out first-party titles.
You
once you
mean
get.
beforehand you thought it was like Nintendo versus the world? Now it's more equal.
Yeah, Nintendo was like, you guys fight it up. Fuck out of here. Like
Oh,
that's the fight between y'all. I'm watching
oh,
with everybody else.
Steven,
Now it's kind of like you could get touched too.
the Wii U.
We don't talk about that one, but it didn't matter because it's a 3DS. It literally printed money. It was a $200 machine that broke every 3 months.
The
That
Wii U.
had $45 games. It was a money printing machine. Every Christmas, a little
3DI.
kid. Listen. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
GameCube.
This is like telling Scarface that,
GameCube.
GameCube was. What
They
about GameCube? Let's go
they
there.
they they they,
What
they
about
took they
GameCube?
took some hits. They took some
No,
hits.
they
They
did
took some
not.
hits.
No, they did not.
They've been taking hits for a minute.
Nintendo is Mayweather out this bitch. They are undefeated.
They were Mayweather.
You may complain they don't fight on the terms you want, right? Oh, they ducking this, they ducking that. They don't want to compete on graphics. They don't want to do this. They for kids. They undefeated.
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 The Wii U.
It doesn't count. They weren't competing with any.
No. It has to count.
They stopped even launching with everybody else. Sony and Sony's like, we doing PS5. They're like, well, we got Xbox Series XXX, right? Nintendo was like, y'all niggas have fun. Like, we're not a part of this anymore. We're not a part of this, the Royal Rumble y'all got going on. Now, what I'm trying to say is you legitimately can just buy one system, get your first party games, get your third party games, and be happy. In the future, when these studios start pumping out more first party games, I think this is the first time you could start seeing kids say, oh, Nintendo's corny, I'm buying this instead, and have their Ratchet and Clank and their Call of Duty. Before it was like, you want to play a Nintendo game or not? I don't know. Pokemon is ass. Let one of these guys come out with a competitor. Fortnite is up there. Kids already don't need a Nintendo. Now they really don't need one if they have good first party titles.
I know you grew up with Nintendo, so I know you're just a tad biased.
I'm not biased
thinking that they've had it together for longer than they have.
They have had it together for quite a while.
They've been trying to figure this out since the Nintendo 64.
Why do you feel that way? That's nuts. You know that, right?
They've been trying to figure it out since the Nintendo 64.
They've dropped hit after. Did you play Breath of the Wild? No.
I have.
When did you play?
One game does not a system make.
Oh my god, that's so not true. Now, it's called system sellers for a reason.
I will say this: Nintendo makes really, really good games in-house, first-party games. They do.
Thank you.
They make really excellent games, and in fact, their systems are always fun. However, because Nintendo doesn't play the same game as Sony and Xbox, they always, with the pure exception of the Wii, they always find themselves in last place. Every single time. If it's not last place, it's in a distance in system sales and sales across the board and brand recognition. All that.
Okay, so hold on. Let's go through this for a quick second. Give me a quick second. Because you're wrong. You're incorrect.
You know I'm right.
Okay.
You know I'm right.
Okay, hold on. You're very, very incorrect. Nintendo has been winning all of this time. And what you're doing is you're comparing the Wii U to the PlayStation 3 and 4. It's not competing.
That's when it came out.
It's not competing to both systems. Then also at the same... Exactly. The fact that it's a question of which one should tell you they're not playing.
I mean, which generation?
Nintendo is the NBA, and Sony and Microsoft have been playing college ball. They championships at different times. Okay, it's different times, and we talking bag. We're not just hold on. We're not even just talking bag. Nintendo is winning in the bag race ever since the 3DS. The Nintendo Switch is a system seller. Okay. Then on top of that, the Wii U was a flop, but that ain't throw that shit in the bag. The Wii was the highest selling console ever when it came out. The
Mm-hmm.
Wii. That shit was on back order for years,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's championship after championship after championship. Okay?
Okay. All right.
Then when you talk about bars, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had Breath of the Wild, they had Mario Galaxy, they have Mario Odyssey, they have Mario Kart. They have all types of shit that's just bangers after bangers. And you can't they have Xenoblade, they have all types of shit. I said Xenoblade. I don't know why I said Xenoblade. That was
Okay.
crazy. But you know what I mean. They have hit after hit. Then on top of that, they bring a lot of Japanese RPGs over, so they hold you over with that as well. Bayonetas and shit
That's
like that. They have games that nobody else has. So when you talk about bars, they have that too. They
okay.
have that
So
too.
let
And
me ask you a
then
question.
that's all I'm saying is that they've been swinging above their weight class for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
And all I'm saying, and I want to circle back to Sony,
Okay.
Now that Sony has Bungie, they have their Destiny, they have another studio under their belt. Sony's been doing it right with God of War, Uncharted. Sony has been having bars and making money. Xbox has been slacking. Now Xbox can kind of try to compete a little bit more on the first party. So now that Xbox can compete, it looks a little bit like everybody on the same page now a little bit. And now that everybody's on the same page, it puts Nintendo down because now their flaws become more glaring.
Okay. So
That's
my
my point.
opinion. Okay. So my opinion on this matter is that with how the latest trend is, buy a studio, acquire the most IPs under your belt. My opinion, and
Mm-hmm.
this is just my opinion, all right, is that Nintendo is about to feel the wrath of God from these other two studios. My point
They really
being,
just dropped Pokemon Arceus. And Sony bought Bungie. Oh
listen,
nah. Worst timing.
listen, nobody's debating that Nintendo can't turn out a good game. However, the way I determine a console war, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion, is which
Mm-hmm.
system makes you want to game on them for longer. First party games are great, but
I agree.
Nintendo only releases one um, AAA in-house first party game once every like 2
A
or 3
year?
years, maybe.
Okay, okay. All right.
Like
I
Breath
see
of the
where you're
Wild
going.
was 2018. I think
Keep your phone still.
Odyssey came out like a year or two after that. I want to say it was maybe the year after that. Then the year after that, okay. Then the year after that, you got to that was like Metroid Dread or something like that. Like their exclusives are always a hit, but they are few and far between because nobody wants to put their game on Nintendo.
Facts.
On the flip side,
Well, it can't run it.
PlayStation has,
It
huh?
can't run whatever. It can't run what they put on there. So even if
They can downgrade it.
but
What's it called?
but
They've
nobody
had
wants to play
sports
the
games on
480p game.
Nintendo's consoles. Exactly. Nobody wants to play a Madden or a Call of Duty on a Nintendo console. And granted, that's not really a fit for that console, but then unless I'm about to pop in a Nintendo game, I have no real need for turning on my Nintendo system. But if I want to play Cuphead or I want to play Ratchet or I want to play God of War or play Call of Duty, I can turn on my play and have access to several different genres from several different developers. A Star Wars game and then switch gears to Ghost of Tsushima and not skip a beat. But if I want to turn off Mario and turn on something a little more action heavy, I gotta go get me another system.
So
That's why I think
okay, so
Nintendo is a little behind the curb.
I think that we agree in somewhat because we both think that this kind of levels the playing field, but we both disagree on what that means. I'll let that slide. I think Nintendo is easily the one company that has nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Now they do look
Nothing.
bad now that everyone nothing because their fan base is stupid and children, one of the other, if not both.
Oh, you're gonna make
So,
them angry.
so I'm
Make
one of
them
them. I'm
angry.
one of them. I'm one of them. If he releases Smash Bros like Call of Duty, I'm buying it every year. I don't care. Right? I like Nintendo. I support their games. I always will. It's just
Mhm.
I think that first party support is untouchable. I think their gimmicks or their technology, however you want to phrase it, for their systems is untouchable usually, and it's like innovative and it's a must have. It's a talking point. Like in today's world, imagine if the Wii dropped with social media and everything. Like Twitter was in infancy back then. Imagine if you could go on Twitter and see this brand new video game console with fucking motion controls and shit. Like it would be like, what? Everybody was just playing games with cartridges, and now you got more. They're they're incredible with how they do things, so they don't necessarily need to worry. I just think it kind of levels the game playing field, which ultimately could hurt the company. I think we both agree on that. But you think
Mhm.
they already suck. I don't agree with that. But I think that
Kinda.
honestly, I think it's better because they have nothing to worry about. Their leadership is not overworking their employees and fucking and getting into
Uh,
lawsuits and shit like that. So
I
Bobby,
feel like
whatever
you're
his
talking
name. What's
about
his name?
Bobby Bands, Bobby
Bobby
Kotick.
Benz, yeah. Bobby Benz. 40 something billion, I think he's gonna walk away with.
Jesus Christ.
Some crazy amount. I was watching the Skilla video. Shout out to Skilla. The niggas are incredible. The brothers and those people, gentlemen are upstanding. No, yeah, he did a great point. He did a better job than we did so far in terms of breaking down the details. um, and I think he did a great job. And I really think that dude is a piece of shit. I hope he doesn't get any money, but he is.
I mean, yeah.
Nothing that can be done about it. It's his company.
I mean,
I mean, he's the
he's
leader.
walking away with more money than God, and he is, by all accounts, not a great human being.
What can you do? Nothing you
Well,
could do.
now we can rest assured knowing that the company is no longer in the hands of that multi-billionaire. Instead, it is now in the hands of other multi-billionaires
Multi-billionaires.
that will that will, of course, run the company in a way that is not ran as if it is run by multi-billionaires. So we'll see.
So
We will
let's
see.
briefly let's finish up with this one topic because I mentioned this to you beforehand. Um,
Hmm.
in terms of first party games, we're talking about right. It's really unincentivized to make a first party game that's new and that is like a new IP. What
Hmm.
is it that makes you want to buy a game or that gives you interest? Is it let me really preface this. And let's say you see a brand new game coming out, right? And I have an example I want to show you, actually.
All right.
Um, a brand new game is coming out. It looks
Okay.
gorgeous. It looks like it plays gorgeous. It comes from a decorated studio, right? It's coming
Don't get
out
me wrong.
relatively soon. It comes out relatively soon as well, and
Okay.
no microtransactions, right?
This game is gonna be hot garbage, isn't it?
I'm
You're
saying
gonna
it's
show me
no. I'm
something
saying it looks
trash.
amazing. I'm saying it looks amazing. No, I'm not describing a real game. I'm painting a picture,
Okay.
right? The game that I'm describing, you would be interested in from hearing this information, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So let me describe another game. Same good looking gameplay, same good looking graphics, right? Never heard of the studio. Never heard of the game before. Brand fucking new. How interested are you? Same level?
Is there a trailer?
Yes, we're both talking trailer. You've seen the trailer. It's the same trailer for both games, but one is a studio you care about, one is a studio you don't, to give you the variables.
Okay. I'm interested.
Either way,
Either way.
let's test that theory. Let's test that theory. Now, we said
Okay.
interesting looking gameplay, right?
Hmm.
We didn't
So even
say
if
it
you
looks
pull
like
up,
it's your type of. We didn't
if
say
you
it
pull
looks
up
like
a
it's your type of
if you
game.
pull up a JRPG, knowing I hate JRPGs, Steven.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It is not.
It's gonna be a ARPG. It's an American role playing game, isn't it? Oh my god.
I can't remember the name of this game, but I see. Yes, there we go. There we go.
I'm not playing
I'm
League of Legends.
curious to see how good this game does.
Steven, if you pull this up and it's Raid Shadow Legends, I'm gonna smack you.
And I'm actually going to turn on the sound so you will have an echo. As a matter of fact, I think both of us will. So let's not do too much talking while we play the trailer. Sound good?
I'm not playing Raid Shadow Legends.
This might be Raid Shadow Legends. I'm just saying. It might be.
Which reminds me, this video is sponsored by.
I wish. Yeah, hit me up, Raid Shadow Legends. I will listen. I will actually play the game. I will support it. I don't care what he says.
Listen,
all right, you can give me some
corporate
money on the side.
chill.
Give me money on the side. I
Corporate
support
chill.
capitalism. Okay.
We only support good games on this channel, sir. Bejeweled, hit us up.
Speaking of good games, we both have an echo, I believe. So let's just watch it. Let me know if you can hear it.
All right.
It's gonna be special. 새로운 날이야. 어쩐지 좋은 일이 생길 것만 같아. 두근두근거려. 새로운 널 만날 생각에 벌써부터 간지거리는 기분이야. 널 찾아낼 거야. 좀만 기다려봐. 널 내게 보여봐. Show me your everything. 도전은 환영해. 'Cause I'm a superstar. I'm gonna burn it up. 'Cause I'm a rockstar. I'm a rockstar. 세상을 흔들어. Rockstar. I'm a rockstar. 세상을 뒤집어. I'm a rockstar. 세상을 흔들어.
I'm gonna pause it there. So far, what do you? What do you think so far of the trailer that I've played? Now, I think that I probably will fast forward, so I just want to tell the audience who's listening. I just played Dokev, DOKE capital V, right? It is a trailer from Gamescom I just played in.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
It is a game. It's about Korean children.
Of course it is.
With backpacks and cool outfits that fight robots and fly in the sky on umbrellas, and
Should have
the
been
game
Squid
looks
Game.
gorgeous, and it's fucking incredible. It looks amazing.
Oh my god.
It looks amazing. Now, who is the studio behind this game? This will be published by a company called
Caesar Vision.
Pearl Abyss. Are you interested in this game?
Oh my god. Okay.
You are on the clock.
Before I answer that question, I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna ask a question that'll add depth to my answer. The hell did I just look at?
This is a game that I seen at Gamescom a couple of months ago. I think 5 months ago it dropped. It caught my attention, and I was looking at it like there's nothing on paper that says this is going to be good. But visually, the eye test of the game, it looks very, very creative. It looks very, very interesting. And I don't think it's going to do well. At least not in America. I don't think it's
going to do well, mostly because
if I was 12,
it was really busy as a trailer. Like, if it was even if it was like a AAA game, like I'll put it this way.
If that was Grand Theft Auto, people would be in. If Grand Theft Auto had that much content in one trailer, they would say it's going to be the greatest Grand Theft Auto.
If Grand Theft Auto gave that exact same trailer with that exact same gameplay, with that exact same look and feel, Grand Theft Auto would not be selling a whole lot of copies.
No, it would. So you think this game looks bad?
In my opinion, it doesn't look. It looks
Open
like
world.
Balan's Wonderworld.
Never heard of that before.
Oh my god.
Let me look it up. Am I about to be on the list?
Balan Wonderworld.
Don't even know. It's Wonderland, sir. You said Wonderland. It's Wonderland. No, I see what you mean about it looks like this. I get it.
No, and
But
that's not a favorable comparison because that game is terrible.
no.
And it
How
was
does
made
it
by the
look
guys
like?
behind Sonic and
I'm
Knights.
calling you out on this. I'm pulling it up right now. Hold on. How do I mute this tab? Fuck it. Look at this game.
Okay.
Look at the art, and I think we're echoing. So I'm gonna just be brief. Do you see the art of that game?
Mm-hmm.
That game is ugly compared to what I just showed you. It's a high quality.
It was
looking
high
game.
quality visual sugar.
And that is a style that's okay. What I'm saying is it's an interesting idea. Now it may not be your cup of tea, but at least admit that if you were 12, 13 years old, that game would look fucking crazy. Fly around on jetpacks, fight robots with other little friends, customize your character, open world, run around the world as a little kid in the world. That game looks so creative, and I think that it will do terribly because it's not from a proven studio. It doesn't have a brand new IP. But it looks expensive as shit.
Now
It looks extremely expensive, and it looks like it's done by a talented development team. So it's really a catch-22 because they could make something like that may not be the cup of tea of someone like you who's a game purchaser. Right? They could make a high-quality product that may be fun to play. It may be a lot of money and art talent put together, but it will do terribly because it's not proven, number one. And then also, it doesn't fit the demographics, which is why we keep seeing, Dark Souls of this, and then everything looks the same on the cover, and everything is a remake. And I think, consumers like you are the problem. That's all I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, I can refute that point.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Limbo, made by a game developer that nobody had that nobody had heard of at the time.
Objection.
Brave. Nobody knew of Play Dead Studios.
Objection. Can I?
Okay, what's your objection?
Can I approach the bench? Okay, objection.
Sure.
Because this is an indie game, so the barrier of entry is much lower. People who bought Limbo and games like that paid $10, $15, $20. So it looks cool, I'll buy it, right? So Limbo is also an artsy game, which is in games that are like completely monochrome and that look to be more narratively, whimsical and story-wise. Those games have a market and they look to do well. But if you make a really polished game like I just saw, right, and it has a target audience that may not be the widest audience, nobody cares.
Cuphead
is a known studio.
Studio MHR. I don't want to
Isn't
butcher
Cuphead?
it. MHMR, I think it is.
Let me look it up. I know the people that did. I know most of the art people that did Skullgirls worked on Cuphead. A lot of them.
That I'm not aware of.
So I know
But I know the studio itself. Literally, I think its only claim to fame is Cuphead.
And again, this is another $20 indie game that basically kickstarted, I think. Let me actually search. Kick. I mean, I believe in the system. So I think that I don't care what game you make. If people don't buy it, then it wasn't good. Or maybe, maybe it was good, but it just isn't a good product, right? Because we're talking about product here. You can make whatever art you want to make. But if you're trying to sell it, it has to do something, right? So
I think what it comes down to is marketing. For me personally, looking at the trailer that you showed, I have absolutely no idea what the game is about, what it's trying to convey, what its point is, nothing like that. If I see Cuphead's trailer, I know it's a bullet hell shooter for people who like bullet hell shooters. If I look at the trailer for Limbo, it's about people who like platformers that have a challenging edge to it. If I look at, let me see, matter of fact, I'll use something that's a little bit more in the vein of what I think that game was going for. If I looked at something like, say, Katamari, the Katamari series, where the goal is, it's cutesy graphics, imaginative world, and all that stuff. What's it called? It's a game where you're rolling a ball and trying to make the ball as big as possible. The gameplay is simple. You get the point of it from watching the trailer. With that game, I don't know what you're supposed to be doing. I don't
It
know what the
looks
game
like
is
you
about.
make a character, and I'll have it back up on screen. It looks like you make a character, and you kind of just do missions around the world. It's like an open world town, and you're just this kid with magical powers, and you're fighting shit. You're flying around. There's other kids around. Tell me it doesn't look like you just have superpowers and this little kid around this whimsical world, and it's gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous, and it looks like they put $1 billion into this
Oh,
game's
the
budget in
game looks
terms of look. It's gorgeous, and you compared it to Dreams or whatever bullshit. This is gorgeous. It looks very expensive. It looks very much like a talented developer made this shit. Look at this. Look at the design of these characters. Like this doesn't look like something like this is a game that it doesn't target me at all. But I 100% recognize like this is somebody put their foot in this shit. Somebody they kicking ass over there. Damn,
Oh
what
no,
they doing
definitely.
over there? I
This
recognize.
reeks of passion. Like somebody gave a
Yes.
damn about this game when they were making it. My
Yeah.
problem is that passion feels scattershot because I don't know
But I
who
think
this
that's
game
the
is
game.
for.
It's like a child's imagination, the video game. And I think that's the main characters of that. Look, you're playing as a little girl. It literally is just a child's imagination, the video game. That's the point. And even that in itself is yeah, literally the end of the trailer, it's a little girl who gets sucked into her toys. Yeah. She's sucked into her toys. So everything you see is a toy or a fantasy or a magical thing. This looks incredible, actually. Genuinely.
No,
And
we will see when it
I
comes
don't think
out.
it'll do well. I think people don't care. And I think that I mean one of the trailers got 8.2 million, so maybe I'm just speaking to a smaller audience.
Wait. What's the let's go. Bro, this thing has how many views?
The trailer we're looking
Scroll
at
down.
has
Scroll
5.
down. Was that 500,000 views?
Yeah, 500,000 on this video. Let me click the other one. This is the actual website of the company. They have 67,000 subscribers on YouTube, but this video, the world premiere, has 8.2 million views.
Bro, it seems a lot like people actually might care about this game, or at the
No,
very least.
maybe I'm wrong, but I do want to raise the point that if there's a game like this that doesn't have the budget of this, because I think the budget definitely helps and the artistic talent or whatever. It behind this game looks a certain way. It makes it, shine. But if I just went on Steam or I just went into the store and it was a game that looked cool, I don't think I would buy it because I don't know who the fuck that studio is, and I never heard of this title before, and this is not a remake or no one co-signed this. That's a lot, $60-$70 purchase. So I don't really think there's a market for those type
Okay,
of
maybe
games
it's
anymore.
me because I don't think a pedigree when it comes to a video game matters so much as like what's it called, like marketing and budget for marketing is important. Like if you're a bigger studio, of course you got enough money to make sure that your product is out there. But when it
Right.
comes to will I look at a game differently whether or not a studio that I know worked on it versus a studio that I don't know worked on it. One of my favorite games of all time is Undertale. I don't know who Toby Fox is. I don't even know what the guy looks like. But I bought the game months ago and did not months ago when I bought Cuphead.
No,
Didn't
but it
know
was
who
co-signed
Studio
by that.
MDHR was, but what's it called? Gameplay looked
Like it.
impressive. It looked like something for me. I've been throwing my controller at me ever since. I cannot beat the game, but I spent the money because it looked like a game that I wanted to play. What's it called? I'll even go a step further. When I was a kid, when I was I think 11 or 12 years old, I didn't know the difference between studios. I saw that there was a cat-looking thing with a robot on his back on the cover of Ratchet and Clank. Said, okay, this looks cool. Begged my mom to buy it. Went home, played it, been in love with the series ever since. What's it called? I don't think it comes down to whether or not the developer that's making the game has a pedigree. I think it comes down to whether or not the developer has a clear vision for what the game is about and whether or not they can convey that vision to the person that they want to play the game. Like with this, it looks stunning, but I don't know who it's for. I don't know if it's for the Lego crowd where the whole thing is that it's a lighthearted adventure through a world that you're familiar with. What's it called? I don't know if it's for the hardcore platformer crowd like
It
Mario
looks like a
Odyssey and
3D
stuff.
platformer as well, a little bit. Yeah,
It does it, and it also has all these shooting mechanics, third
action
person
elements. Yeah,
exploration. It's an open world. What's it called? So it's not purely a
yeah.
platformer. My
hmm
whole thing is that it looks amazing, but I don't. It's a jack of all trades trailer. It shows everything that that the game probably has to offer, but it doesn't tell me why I should care about all of it.
Okay, I'll let that slide. I think my point overall, just to finish up on that, is that it's very difficult because the barrier of entry to getting into a game or purchasing a game is very high. And I think the trailer is
Oh yeah,
extremely
$60 is a
important.
lot. It's getting more expensive.
70 now. Yeah, it's very high. So if you're not an indie game that's already co-signed, it's very hard to, get people to give a fuck. So a
True.
studio, I like a Sony or whatever, you're gonna spend 8 billion on a company just to get their IP so you can make your own shit with it. And I think that's where we're gonna end up going in the industry, which is like remake, remake, remake. Now that I'm finished making remakes, hey, the same studio just made all these remakes. We're gonna do the same thing to a brand new IP, and then we're gonna
Yes.
run that dry. And then this company that made this game is gonna run that dry, and it's gonna be just an endless cycle of dead creativity.
Lord,
I don't mean to
it's
paint a
bleak.
bleak picture, but yeah, it's bleak as hell as somebody that wants to make games. I don't know. I'm not hating, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, no, I definitely think you see my point, and we'll see how that game does. We'll see
Yes,
how
we
it
will.
does.
I hope for the
Um,
best because it looks like the people behind it put their 110% into it.
yeah, they put
My
they put
only
their foot in that
worry,
shit.
my only worry is that I don't think they put 110% into marketing the game, but we'll
No,
see.
I think the trailer was good. I think the trailer was good. I think it showcased what it's about easily. It showcased that it's a child's imagination all over the fucking place, and I think
Anyway,
that's what they
maybe
were going for.
because my audio isn't all great through this thing while watching a trailer, so I'll go back. I'll watch the trailer on my own,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I'll see.
Okay. Anime. You've seen Attack on Titan. What do you
I
think?
have. I'm all caught up now. Finally, Jesus Christ.
Let me know what you think.
Okay.
Unfiltered. Tell me how you feel about the entire season up until this point, because this is the point I've been waiting to talk to you about.
Okay. So for full disclosure, I binged all of Attack on Titan up until its most recent episode. Um, I had started watching it when it first came out, but after this like 4 year break between seasons 1 and 2, I fell off the series. So after I heard that season 4 part 2 was coming, I
Mm-hmm.
decided I'm gonna run through season 1, season 2, season 3, and the first half of season 4. Ran through all of that. Now
Mm-hmm.
we're up at the most recent episode that just dropped. Jesus
Gotcha.
Christ, this has been a roller coaster ride.
You know
Honestly
what I did
speaking,
before you start? I
what's
did
that?
that same shit. I did that same shit when I heard they were going to drop season 4, the first part,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like when they were just basically when they were getting up to this point before the season even started. I
Uh-huh.
watched from all of season 1 to catching up to season 3, and then I read all of the manga. And then it just so happened that the manga was ending in 3 chapters when I got to the end.
Oh,
So, and then I waited those 3 chapters, it ended, and now we're here.
all
So I'm
right.
right with you.
So you're from the point of view of somebody who knows how the story's going to play out. You just be watching the anime from week to week.
Yeah, I haven't known Attack on Titan for more than 6 months.
Gotcha. I am anime only, so I don't know what's
Mm-hmm.
going to happen. We might have, well, I estimate maybe like 6 more episodes left, maybe a little bit more than that.
Mm-hmm.
But from where, so obviously spoilers. If you're following along with Attack on Titan
Correct.
anime only, we're just going to be talking about what happens in the anime. We're not going to spoil ahead of that. Steven.
No, I don't spoil. If I do spoil, I'll make a
Okay,
disclaimer. Not, I hate that. I'm a One Piece fan. I know what that pain is like.
awesome. Oh yeah, I bet. 1,000 episodes. Jesus Christ. But
No, spoilers drop and niggas run
yeah,
to
as
Twitter
of the
like it's
last
their
episode,
job.
that's a whole fact. Don't get me started. I'll be having to stuck for the Dragon Ball Super spoilers. But
Oh my god.
the latest episode, it takes place after Aaron no longer has to deal with headaches ever again, and it's blown clean off. But what's called in the interim, apparently contact with that part is now apparently in Zeke's court to use. This episode took place within the memories of Aaron and Zeke's dad, and apparently, this is just from my own figure out what was happening. Aaron, or at the very least, the Attack Titan, I should say. Whoever holds the power of the Attack Titan can experience the memories of its past and present users concurrently. Meaning,
Correct.
it doesn't matter it doesn't matter at what point in time you have the power. You have access to the memories of the people who had it beforehand. You have access to people who had it, who will have it in the future. Ergo, Aaron and
no,
Zeke's
only behind.
only behind.
Only past. Only past.
But in the episode, Aaron and Zeke's dad, Grisha, right?
Grisha.
Yeager.
The nigga sounds Spanish as hell. Ezio Auditore Grisha.
Difference. But what's it called? But Grisha, he's obviously communicating with Aaron and Zeke through the power of the Founding Titan. And this is shown as his memories. But in his memories, he's clearly communicating with Zeke and Aaron, who don't have this ability to go back and talk to him until much later in the future when they're adults. And at that point in the timeline, they're children. So what it seems to me that it's implying is that this is a mind trip, quite honestly. That Grisha was able to communicate with Aaron and Zeke in a future memory from their future selves because Aaron also had access to the Attack Titan.
So I have a question for you.
What's the question?
Remember when I said he's going to make a decision? He is going to make a decision, and it will build up. It will build up slowly. So some people are like, where are we going with this? Is that where you're at right now?
Okay, so I'm not entirely sure because that's a little vague. I'm going to assume is, and again, no spoilers for
no spoilers.
anybody who's not beyond this point.
How you're feeling. How you're feeling is, I'm not sure where are we going with this right now. Is that your current
From what
thoughts?
I can my current thoughts is that Aaron was playing the long game to deal with Zeke, making him think that, yeah, we're on the same page with this whole was a sterile plan where we're going to make sure that the subjects of Ymir can no longer bear children, and we're going to save the world that way. Now, I was 100% thinking that this guy is serious. He's gone off the deep end, and somebody needs to chop his head off. But then in the episode prior to this one, it's revealed, no, he was playing Zeke like a fiddle because, and that makes sense. What's it called?
It does.
Quite honestly, I was able to reason in my head why it would make sense to Aaron to go that route because the dude was like 12 when he joined a war, and he's seen a lot, including his mom get eaten. So in that context, I can see why somebody would be warped enough after learning, I ate my dad. Kill children. But then when it's revealed, actually, no, I was just playing the long game and I just couldn't tell anybody about it because I didn't really have all that many moves. It makes sense for Aaron because he is the type of person that will just take the hardest route to get to a solution, even if you could probably find an easier route by just telling people, hey, yo, so this is the plan. This guy's crazy, but hey, yo, I think I can get it. Like, no, Aaron's not going to do that. He charges in guns blazing. He's not the thinker of the group.
Right.
So I understand it, and I'm fine with it. What's it called? it was interesting seeing him be the villain for a hot minute. And who knows? I think that he still has a villainous streak in him because he definitely told his dad, who was having second thoughts about killing children, "Hey yo, them children need to die." Yo,
Daddy,
mama ain't
pussy,
raised
nigga.
no punk. Kill them.
You ain't my daddy, nigga. You ain't my daddy. My daddy would have killed them niggas,
Oh
bro.
no, the children. Yo, man up.
And he beat the shit out of him too. He didn't just like, yo, I gotta do this. He really went in. Like he
He
put
ain't make it
hands on
quick.
them people. He put hands on that whole family. But I keep telling you. All right, so I think that the detail about his power, the Attack Titan can call other Titans and kind of coax them to join his efforts or whatever, and also see the past of all Attack Titans. But I think when he comes into contact with the blood of the main family of Historia's family, I forget the name of him, the Reyes family. What is it? What are they called? Because I want to get this correct.
Reese?
What's the last name of the Reese family? Anyone with the bloodline. Yes, anyone with that bloodline. He taps into the founding Titan's power. Now, the founding Titan is the one that can see everything and has basically the power of fucking Ymir, essentially. Right? That's the differentiation that I think we were hanged up on. I'm not 100% sure if that's correct, but I think that what happened was Eren went into the past, and in order to make what he wants to happen now, he went into the past and affected it. So it already happened, but he made the decision now to do so. You follow what I'm saying? So it already happened, but now is when he chose to go back and tell his father to do it. So he already felt the effects of it, but now is when he had the motivation and he actually took the action, is what I think happened. So it's not that he's seen the future. I think now is when he chose to affect the past, is what I think is going on. But your thoughts are, this is dope, this is cool, you're excited going forward.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm curious to see maybe 2 episodes in how you're feeling.
That sounds ominous. Somebody's gonna freaking die. This is Attack on Titan. I'm gonna get depressed for like 2 days.
This Attack on motherfucking Titan. This shit is Attack on Paradise. This shit is Attack on Marley. This shit is Attack on everybody.
Eren does seem to want the smoke with literally everybody.
He's the Smoke Titan. He's not the Attack Titan. He's a Smoke Titan. He wants smoke with the world.
All he wants is smoke.
That's all he wants. That's all he ever wanted.
My man got told, "Hey, this is dangerous. Please go hide." And he looked at his followers and said, "Mama ain't raised no punk," and went to go fight 3 Titans by himself.
This nigga punched a Titan. He punched it.
He punched a Titan with another Titan.
He did. I'm talking about why he was healing. He ran up on a Titan and swung. You know what Eren is? He's that soft nigga that has heart in the crew. And you can't shit on him because he'll pop on you anytime. Eren will pop on you. He can't fight, but he's not no bitch. That's Eren. Mikasa's the one with hands, but Eren is not no bitch at all.
No, not at all.
Not at all. That man wants smoke with the world. So you're enjoying Attack on Titan. I have to catch up. I think, I'm waiting for a certain point to decide if I even want to watch it. So,
what, the anime? Oh,
I was Star Wars: The Last Jedi. I feel like.
Oh my god! So you thought it was a unique take on an old type of lore? That's what you're saying?
No. I think
we're on the same
dumbass decision.
I think we're on the same page here, Steven.
So, speaking of old shit, let's talk DBZ. What's going on with Super lately?
Oh, the Super manga just dropped on the 20th.
Okay.
I have mixed emotions about the last chapter. Okay, so I know that you don't read the manga, so I don't really want to spoil it. It's Dragon Ball, so
This is the spoiler section because I'm probably going to talk a little bit of One Piece vaguely because I do want him to watch it. So go ahead. You can talk your spoilers, Dragon Ball Super. I'll talk vague One Piece spoilers right afterwards.
Okay, so what's been happening in the manga so far is I think at what's called like aside from the podcast, we spoke about what's been going on because I was trying to convince you to read the manga like pretty good. Let me see. After the like everything
Okay.
after the Broly movie has been hidden. I enjoyed the Moro arc. I highly recommend it. The Granola arc has been really, really good. This last chapter was meh. And not meh. It was sort of like just average. What's it called? In it, what's it called?
Give a
Granola
brief,
is
yeah. I promise I'll be caught up next week. 100%.
Gotcha. So I'll just give you a slight breakdown. Granola, which is the last of a warrior race that is apparently wiped out under Frieza's orders. He is technically the strongest person in the universe, and he wanted smoke with the Saiyans. He whooped both the Saiyans. Then he found out that a group that was working with Frieza and pretty much co-signs people. So and for them for years. So that was blindsiding. But they found out through Granola the existence of Dragon Balls and how he got his power and all that and yada yada yada. They then used those same Dragon Balls to wish for one of their siblings to become the new strongest person in the universe. So now you got two insanely powerful people,
yes.
huh? Yeah, essentially. Yeah, two people who have wished to become the strongest in the universe. Technically speaking, the new guy whose name is Gas, he's stronger than Granola because he wished to be the strongest after Granola. Now those two are scrapping, and that's pretty much been the entirety of the last chapter. They both have ridiculous power.
Okay.
What's it called? Essentially, we have One Punch Man versus
Two Punch Man.
Essentially.
Okay.
You got One Punch Man versus Two Punch Man,
And
we're trying to see which one is going to come out on top.
Gotcha. And then Goku's gonna come in and win somehow.
I don't think so.
Can Gohan catch a dub in this bitch? That's all I want to know.
Well, I mean, I think you know what we can get to that. What's it called? Goku got absolutely whooped. Like he got one-shotted by Granola. That man don't want no smoke with Gas. Vegeta barely held on. What's it called? Like he did better than Goku at least.
Yeah, because he's better than Goku.
And I mean that's debatable. Ultra Ego is a cool power up, though. I'm not gonna lie. You need to catch up to the manga.
Yeah, I'm going to soon. I need you to watch Solo Leveling. It just ended, so we need to discuss that series.
We can definitely discuss that series. Oh, my power.
If you like Dragon Ball, there's no reason you shouldn't like Solo Leveling. It's the same shit with power levels. Planet destroying shit. Your phone dying? Plugging it up? Oh, is he gonna make it? Is he going to make it? Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Steven, aka Rex. I'm here to let you know we weren't able to get our connection back up, so we ended the pod shortly. After that, anything that we missed, we will be discussing later. These are the prequel episodes. So we got the prequels out the way. Now we can really get into it. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.